Hi everyone, my name is Amy Gonzalez, and my article for my What's New presentation is Withering Vines, California Grape Farmers Abandon Fields as Local Wine Struggles. So I chose this topic because I live in California and grew up in California, and I am very passionate towards the agriculture industry, and specifically talking about the wine and grape industry. It is such a huge part of our state's economy. So this article was published on October 18th of 2025 and focuses on the financial pressures that are leading many grape farmers to leave their fields unharvested or even having to remove them completely. So, to give a little bit of background on California's white grape industry, in California, we do produce over 80% of the United States wine grapes, which makes it a multi-billion-dollar industry, but the market is changing. The wine consumption has decreased across the United States, particularly among younger generations, where there is a switch to other beverages like seltzers, craft beers, and cocktails. On top of that, the cost of labor, water, and land is continuing to rise in California, while other imported wines coming from South America and Europe are becoming more affordable for consumers. And these factors are potentially decreasing the local farmers' profit margins and threatening the long term stability of the entire white grain industry. This article explains that California farmers are literally having to walk away from their fields because local wineries are cutting back on grape purchases and are looking overseas to import wine and grape juice because of the lower production cost. As one of the growers, Barnick explained, an acre of vines can produce between 8 and 10 tons of grapes, which can be sold for a maximum of $3,000. Now, this may sound a lot, but when you factor in fertilizer costs, labor, irrigation, the profit margin is often extremely small or even in the negatives, considering that the production cost is anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. So for many farmers, harvesting isn't even worth the effort anymore, which is why these vineyards are left unharvested and abandoned, and why farmers are saying that 2025 has been the toughest year yet. This chart shows a decline in California wine production, but does emphasize how the dominant producer of the wine industry is California, with about 81% of the national total in 2024, according to the Wine Institute. While many factors do affect production, like weather, harvest size, and vineyard acreage, this decline does align with the broader theme of shrinking demand and rising cost pressures in the industry. For grape growers, the impact is direct, where fewer wineries are buying less grapes and is forcing farmers to either completely stop farming their fields or switching over to other crops that may have potential profits. In my opinion, this isn't just a tough season, it's a sign of a long term structural change in the entire industry and not just California. The combination of rising costs, lower demand, and international competition is reshaping the entire industry. And I think it's time for farmers and policymakers to consider other solutions like crop diversification, sustainability programs, or new marketing strategies that will become more appealing to younger consumers. Personally, I believe that California will need to adapt if it wants to keep wine grapes profitable in the future. And my question to the class is, if you had your own vineyard, would you keep investing in wine grapes or would you switch to a different crop? Thank you for your time. This concludes my presentation, and here you will find my sources.